Some breaking news tonight. The LA County Sheriff's Department in pursuit of this car, and it looks like it's going pretty slow.
Indeed. Let's go up to Desmond Shaw live in SkyCal for the very latest. They're almost at a standstill there, Des.
Yeah, Juan and Susie, and this has been so far a very slow speed pursuit of an alleged stolen vehicle here. LA County Sheriff's deputies from the Crescenta station, despite this definitely being a capable straight line vehicle here, this Dodge Challenger, I believe, so allegedly stolen. We had heard about this from the Crescenta Valley station, so kind of on the border of La Cañada and Pasadena, I believe, but we're in the heart of downtown Pasadena right now. You can see Colorado and Los Robles, so fortunate that we are going slow because it is dinner time and you have a ton of people that are out here walking around. This has been, it almost seems like the suspect's kind of been taunting the sheriff's deputies, because I've heard them multiple times say that they thought it was over, he had stopped, and they even said detaining at gunpoint, and then right after they said that, he took off again. So it's just been kind of this on again, off again, will he, won't he kind of thing. One person in the vehicle, they know that despite the typical pursuit tent that we have here, and I believe we have LA County Sheriff's deputies helicopter overhead now. Pasadena's had been lending some air support, but they are behind this on the ground. They had the pit maneuver authorized as well. They probably don't want to do that on Colorado Boulevard. So we'll see how they handle this. And, you know, if this is going to continue, hopefully it continues at least at this kind of parade style speed eastbound on Colorado right now. Juan, Susie, and Mike.
Desmond, do you know if there's a minimum speed for the pit maneuver? Or not really?
I don't think so, no.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen them turn them around pretty much at a stop, or maybe, you know, when they're in the single digits. We know that the top speed is between kind of 30 and 40 miles an hour, but we haven't even gotten close to those speeds this entire time. But I mean, the way the suspect's going could also be a good opportunity for some spike strips to just get out there. But I mean, look at it, it's almost like we're just kind of cruising around. This guy's just in denial of the units behind him right now. Very strange. So maybe once we get out of downtown Pasadena, we'll see a pit maneuver. But you can see with all these parked cars and everything, you know, and especially because the suspect's going so slow, they're not exactly in a hurry at this point necessarily to, you know, bring this to a crashing end. So hopefully the opportunity will present itself where it's not going to endanger anyone or anyone else's property. And they're right there, right on cue. There's a sheriff's deputy's helicopter in the scene as well.
And earlier, were they stopped at a stoplight, an actual light, or were they just taunting police again, or the sheriff's department again, Desmond?
Now, I think they've just been stopping at every light. Yeah, obeying the lights, and maybe even stopping when there wasn't a light on some other streets. I know it was at Orange Grove and the 134 at one point, and that was when we had heard sheriffs saying detained at gunpoint, and then 1 second later, the suspect continuing. So, yeah, we'll see if we can at some point maybe get in front of the vehicle and see inside what the driver's doing, if they're on the phone or what is going on. But I mean, look, we're struggling to even get into double-digit speeds on this one. So, you know, obviously at least sheriff's not having any trouble keeping up right now. They've got it covered from the ground and the air. Let's see if we're going to be making a turn off of Colorado onto Lake Avenue, which will take us kind of into another busy commercial corridor of Pasadena as we kind of double in. Can't really see through. Really got that dark tint. Pretty typical for pursuits here in the LA area. Yeah.
And it looks like a pretty nice car, Desmond. The tires look substantial there, the dark tint.
I mean, this is a Dodge Challenger.
Yeah.
He could really let this car rip and, you know, go really fast if he really wanted to, known as a muscle car, right? But obviously not doing that tonight for whatever reason. And stopped here when he or she could be making a right turn signal, but they're not doing so, or right turn, I'm sorry. They're not doing so, but it looks like it's almost like they want to do it, but they're changing their mind, or, you know, thinking of another plan right now. But looks like they're going now, making that right turn onto Lake Avenue, and this will take them closer to the 210 freeway, headed up here. And I don't know if they're going to pull over or not, but it looks like, I mean, it looks like they want to slow down for some reason.
Let's see what's
and
happening
maybe
here.
pull over, but then again, as Desmond was talking about, they have been known to taunt those sheriff's deputies multiple times. Even at one point, the sheriff's deputies saying that they, you know, had this person detained at gunpoint, which means that they had their guns drawn, you know, doors open, and stopped this car, and then they decided to go ahead and press that accelerator again and just keep going. But it looks like that's what we're doing again here. The doors are open, Desmond.
Yeah, the door is open. A window is, well, window's down. Oh, hey, there we go. Tossing. Looks like they're tossing the keys out. Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, definitely what we want to see here. So You know, unless he has another set of keys, it should mean it's over. Not sure why
Hands
it
are
took this
out,
person
yeah.
so long, but all of a sudden, this, you know, within just a couple of minutes of us getting overhead, they decide to comply on this one. You know, I don't know if there was maybe potentially a language barrier or something, just to give them the benefit of the doubt, but definitely one of the more bizarre ones. But I mean, you're right, Susie. This car definitely. I mean, we've definitely seen some pursuits with Chargers, with Challengers out there, and I mean, they can go so fast that, you know, they can get away from authorities pretty quickly. But not the case tonight. And all of a sudden now we are seeing compliance. The keys thrown out, windows out, doors now open. And, you know, if we continue to see this in the next minute or so, we should have a code 4 all clear pretty quickly.
I've often seen these cars on the 210, Desmond. As Susie was saying, it might be heading in that direction. They're fast, they are loud, but in this case, this pursuit, a very slow pursuit on the streets there of Pasadena, Lake Avenue and Colorado Boulevard, a pretty busy area, right? Especially in the evening hours as people start heading home from dinner there. And this driver finally, after, you know, leading police on a very slow pursuit, finally giving up, and looks like he's being very obedient, very compliant too, right?
And it just makes you wonder what suddenly changed his mind. You know, he was, you know, fleeing from police for so long, and then, you know, going slow, and then, you know, stopping, and then going and stopping and going, obviously wanting to evade police. Maybe changing his mind those times too, who knows? But finally, it seems like he changed his mind for the better to stop and pull over and actually obey the orders of those sheriff's deputies. And it looks like that's what he's clearly doing, because everything that we have seen so far is exactly what their commands would be, starting with those keys being thrown out the window of the car.
And it looks like they're not having him lie flat, face down on the street there, Susie. They're having him slowly back up towards officers. They're going to bring him into custody. And I'm guessing it's because of his demeanor, him being so compliant. Oh, he is going to go down, at least on his knees, right?
I think.
They want him closer to him. He was able to throw out that large keychain there that we saw. It looked like some keys on a lanyard. And then he took his hands out, showed his hands, opened the car door from the outside. And now it looks like this driver of a stolen Charger, right, is now in custody of the officers there on scene.
And this all starting in the La Cañada / Pasadena area. But it looks like it is coming to an end with the suspect under arrest.